To basically set myself up for a clean, organized week. I'm gonna have the AC blasting. It's gonna be really hot today. I'm sorry if there's some issues hearing me throughout, but I wanted to show you guys what I do to reset. Usually it's on a Sunday. Last week I did a Friday just to test it out. If I do have a busy weekend, I will do that from now on, but usually it's on a Sunday. Once everything is cleaned up, I do want to show you guys what like decorations are looking like so far. I never showed you guys the bar stools or my vanity area with the new chair. So once everything is clean and put back together, then I'll show you guys what that looks like. I don't think we added anything else to the other rooms or the living room. As far as what's on the to-do list today, we have cleaning the bathroom, the kitchen. I need to wash the bedding and the sheets and pillowcases and stuff. I need to dry those. I need to wash all of our towels and dry those, as well as my clothes and dry those. I need to vacuum both rooms. I need to sweep and mop. I'm gonna see if I have time to remove my acrylics because it's time for them to go. They're very much expired. I think this is like a month's worth of a set, but I haven't been able to get in with my nail tech. She's like been doing other stuff. So for now, I just want to at least have my natural nails out. I do kind of have like a drill bit set, but I don't think it's gonna take a lot longer than it usually does when I get a soak off from her. So if I feel like it's gonna take too long, I might not do it today, but I just cut them down to make them a lot easier to work with today. Also, I did get 3 new tattoos. I don't think I ever showed you guys my first tattoo, but anyways, for my birthday, my sister paid for 3 of my tattoos. The first one, they're still kind of healing, so like don't mind the peeling, but this one is like a flame. It's gonna be hard to see because my settings are on manual focus, but that one is a flame. For my forearm, I got pyramids. That tattoo is after the Frank Ocean song Pyramids. Like, if you know me, he's one of my favorite artists and that's one of my favorite songs, and I came across the design. I don't know who originally came up with it, so I'm sorry, but I really liked how it looked. It was very simple, but it also means something to me. Like, it doesn't scream Frank Ocean, you know, you wouldn't know unless I tell you. So I liked that. And then I also got this tattoo here, and then there is my first tattoo. It's just 777. But yeah, and that's the third one. It's just a sun and a moon together because I love all things astrology, sun, moon, stars, love all that. And it was a really cute design. I forget where I found that. I think Pinterest. And I don't care about having like Pinterest tattoos. If it means something to me and it looks good, I'm gonna get it. Like, I really don't care about where I found the design from personally, but yeah, those are pretty much healed for the most part. The one on my forearm is still kind of scabby, but I really do love how they came out. If I remember, I'll tag the girl who did mine. She's just starting out, but she's very talented and I'm really in love with them. So we're gonna get started. I'm gonna try to pace myself. I'm gonna try to hopefully remember to eat in between because I have a really bad habit of just go and not taking the time to like relax for a second. The laundry is always the most consuming part. Like, that always takes the longest, so I'm gonna start with that. I've got 2 piles here. These are the pillowcases, duvet cover, throw blanket. This is the duvet and my sheets. They're both white, so I'm just gonna wash them together. So that'll be the first load. My second load is most likely gonna be the towels, just to get that out of the way, and then I'll do my clothes last. So let's go ahead and do that first. So I just put in the first load. The second load will be the duvet and the sheets like I told you. I'll show you some of the laundry products that I like to use, especially for my whites, that I'm really actually liking lately. But now that the first load is done, we can start on vacuuming. So I'm gonna put down it's like a powder that you can put in. I'm gonna let it sit for a little bit, probably while I clean up the kitchen, and then we'll vacuum that up. After I let the powder sit and clean the kitchen, I'm most likely gonna eat breakfast before I start in the bathroom, just cause like all those chemicals, I'm not trying to pass out. Yeah, so let's move on to vacuuming. It says like 15 to 30 minutes, but I usually let it sit longer just so it's like a stronger scent. Now we're just gonna clean up the kitchen. There's really not much to do. I'm just going to wipe down the countertops so that any crumbs can get on the floor and it's much easier for me to sweep it up. I'm going to clean off the stove, clean out the microwave, wipe down the fridge, and any other like stainless steel. I'll show you some of the products I'm using just to wipe down and disinfect everything, using Clorox wipes. And for the stainless steel, this is what I use. When I'm using that, I just use one of these microfiber cloths. I make sure I have a wet side and a dry side. But we're gonna start with wiping everything down. I'm gonna move everything that's on these two counters back here, stuff here, and there. I'm gonna move those to this countertop just so it's clear, wipe everything down. I'll probably do the microwave while I'm over here too. And then last, we'll do the countertop where the sink is. In order to get all the crumbs off, I also use a microfiber cloth, and then I'll either go in with a Clorox wipe or a sponge with some soap and then wipe it down clean. Okay, sorry about that, my camera overheated, but I cleaned off the stove already. I'm cleaning out the microwave. I just finished wiping the inside. I just used a scrubber with some Dawn dish soap and scrubbed that out and wiped out all the crumbs and stuff with a couple wet paper towels. I washed both parts of it, the plate and a little ring. Now all that's left is to move the stuff that was on those counters back and then wipe this counter down. I'm gonna scrub the sink out and then I'll move on to wiping down this stainless steel stuff. While the Clorox wipes like do their thing and sanitize, I'm gonna scrub out the sink. To sanitize everything, I'm gonna use this. While the sink is sanitizing, the counters are dry, so I put everything back on there. Now I'm just gonna wipe down all the stainless steel with the cleaner. So I wipe everything down with the wet side, and then I go in with the dry side just to kind of buff it out. So now I'm gonna move on to the microwave and stove. Our first load is done. I'm done with the kitchen for right now until I have to sweep and mop. I'm gonna do some spot cleaning, possibly on the bar stools, which I can show you guys now. So these are what the bar stools are looking like. Let me focus. Like I said, they fit perfectly with what I wanted. It's like 3 would have been like too much space, I feel like, and since we don't have a dining table, really, I wanted to like try and fit as much eating space as possible. So like we could move one of those chairs to the end over here if we needed more room, but all 4 of those fit for the most part. Then it's got the black detailing at the bottom, which is perfect for what I wanted. Okay, I had to stop for a moment to import the footage so far on my iPad. My SD card was full. But just to check in, I finished cleaning the kitchen. I vacuumed one of the rooms while it was importing. I just have to vacuum the main bedroom. I'm cleaning the bathroom right now, and then after that I'm gonna switch over the loads. It's almost done. Switch over the last of the bedding, and then I'll start on the towels and then my clothes, and I think that's it so far. But yeah, I'm just gonna go back to cleaning the bathroom and then we'll vacuum this room. Okay, so the shower is clean. Those are the little hooks I was telling you guys about for our washcloths, and there's that tiny ass mirror I was telling y'all about. But yeah, so the shower is clean. Now I'm just gonna move on to the toilets. Okay, so I just finished cleaning the bathroom. She's all nice and clean. The only thing I have to do is sweep and mop the floor, so I didn't put the bath mat or anything else back in here yet. My camera is on low battery, so I'm gonna go charge the battery real quick. In the meantime, I am finishing up laundry. I just put the last load of stuff I need to dry for my bedding in there. The towels are in the wash now. After that, it'll be my clothes. And then I have to vacuum the main bathroom and sweep and mop, and then I think that's it. If it charges in time, I'll update you guys in between. If not, I'll update you after. Okay, so both rooms are vacuumed. I just put the pillowcases on. That's the duvet cover. I'm waiting on the sheets and the duvet to fully dry because the duvet is so thick. a part of the sheets weren't fully dry yet, but it's just like damp, it's not necessarily wet. So I'm leaving that out of the dryer while my towels finish drying, and then my clothes are washing now, and then I just have the mop head and I think my slippers that I need to wash, so I'll throw that in as my last load. But once my towels are dry, I'll fold those up and then put my clothes in the dryer, and then once that's done, then I'll put in the sheets and duvet cover. But pretty much everything that I wanted to wash is clean or cleaning. The kitchen is clean, both rooms are clean. I organized and wiped down everything as well as dusted. I realized I never showed you guys my vanity setup, so here is that. I've got my iPad that I edit on here. These are like little knickknacks that I had on bookshelves at my old house, but I still have the shelves from my old house here, so I'm gonna put a lot of this stuff, like the jewelry and the shades and stuff, are gonna go on the shelving. I'm not sure how I want to do it just yet, but this is like the cutout I was talking about. Like, there's literally a cutout in the wall here, and this is the mirror that I showed you guys I unboxed. And then this is just a throw blanket that goes on the bed, but this is the chair. It's kind of like those, like a Sherpa type of texture, and it's just black. It's really comfy, thanks to my grandma. And then over here I just have my perfumes. I added my sunglasses because I had 2 boxes that were over there that I never went through, so I finally went through those. I put one of the boxes in there because it's just like posters, cards and stuff. But in the first box I had like my shades and jewelry and stuff, so I finally have all of my jewelry. I want to replace this. I made this in like middle school and I think it's cute, but it doesn't go with my whole vibe, you know, and neither does this. So I need 2 new containers to store my jewelry, but it'll work for now. So this is kind of like my desk area slash makeup vanity. Eventually I want to add like a little lamp here, because even when I'm not filming, if I'm going to be editing, I would rather have some type of light other than just the iPad. But overall, I really do like this setup. I obviously am just going to add a few more things. Like, it's not completely done, but that's what it's looking like so far. I also swept and mopped everywhere already, including the bathroom. So really all that's left is to wait for this laundry to finish up so I can put my bed together, put away the clean towels and everything else that's gonna be put in the dryer. And then after that, I'm pretty much done. I'm gonna check my to-do list and make sure that I'm not forgetting anything. I just checked my to-do list and all I have left to do is dry everything. Like I said, I'm not going anywhere, but eventually I do want to style my hair. I just washed it yesterday after like forever. Finals and just life has made me put off a lot of stuff as far as taking care of myself. But I did wash it yesterday and did a deep conditioning mask that smells so good. Hold on, I'm gonna put y'all on because it really does smell so good. Okay, I had to go into better lighting because the bathroom is just way too orange, but this is the mask. It's TGIN. It's their rose water hydrating hair mask. The smell is so good. This was my first product I tried by them. I forget the other hair mask I would normally get, but I was in Target and I saw this and smelled it and immediately like had to get it. I also used their curl defining mousse. It's the same line. I like to match scents for my curly hair products. Like all of the Mielle shampoo and conditioner and my leave-in conditioner are all the same scent. Like if I use a product from a line, I like to have matching scents so it doesn't like smell crazy. I don't know, even though most curly hair brands kind of all have like a fruity scent, but this is just like, I don't know how to explain it. Like it's very light, but it's a little sweet. I don't know if it smells like roses, but like it does smell good. I definitely needed that deep conditioning treatment, so I did that yesterday. If I have the energy today, I will take off these nails. Again, I don't know if I have the right drill bit that's like really gonna cut my time in half. I have to check, but if not, I'm just gonna leave them until I can book with my nail tech. But other than that, like I said, I'm just gonna be relaxing while I wait for these loads to finish, and then I'll show you guys what the whole bedroom looks like with the bedding on it and everything, because I don't think I showed you guys the room so far in my last vlog. So I'll show you guys once everything is done washing.
The DJ starts at 5. Okay. Okay, right, just Bob Williams. You don't like how they changes, right? The quick search part, you just can't get it do this quick search. So a lot of conferences, I see it. That's what George is testing her. She has trouble with it, so I keep her out there. I don't know why. Great. Well, her lungs are good. She's alert. I'm not feeling sad to see it now, but we'll have to test it for a while. Still test it, so we'll see if we can get it. Super trouble at all. So I'll make sure she's out there with us. But we actually have to okay? Dr. Bailey. Do you know Dr. Strauss? No, I think we've actually not yet. Yeah, he is, right? Specialized in medical child abuse. We're going to explore the daughter this morning to get started off in the book. I gotta stop by the cleaners after work. Oh, are you okay? Just my hand.
I don't know if y'all can hear me very well, but I'm just holding up the towels right now. But I figured I haven't been talking much this whole video, so I might as well say a couple things now and just catch up a little bit. I already showed you guys my tattoos. You guys last saw me for my birthday dinner, which I had a good time. I felt really pretty. My hair came out so much better than I thought. I actually didn't end up finding any available classes for the summer, so I'm like not gonna be in school for the summertime. I am gonna start back in the fall, so I'll have so much more free time, so I'm really gonna try and get videos out for you guys. But I don't wanna push them out like so fast, once a week or multiple times a week, if it's not gonna be something that I think is good content. Like, I'd rather have more quality content than consistency. I still want to be consistent, but I also don't want to pressure myself to push out 1 or 2 videos a week when I know it's not going to be my best work. I'm still also kind of coming around to editing. I'm learning new things, and I don't have the best software as of right now. And also I've had some troubles with this camera as far as like overheating, and then I don't have multiple SD cards, which eventually I will get, but all of those things kind of make it hard for me to push out videos super fast as opposed to bigger YouTubers. As someone who takes a lot longer to edit because I'm still getting used to it, it's kind of challenging sometimes to be consistent, and that's what kind of made me procrastinate putting out videos in the first place. I still want to try and do my best with what I have. Eventually I do want to upgrade this camera. It's a good camera, but the overheating, and then you know, this SD card, I don't know, the battery on this isn't the best either, so I might have to start looking for upgrades. Right now, I feel like the quality is pretty good. I did mess with settings a little bit, so hopefully this video comes out looking a little better than my last one. I'll try to, you know, get videos out as much as I can and try to be as consistent. I don't really have a structured schedule, which is kind of challenging having ADHD and like trying to stay motivated and consistent even though you don't have any structure, which school gave me. That's kind of what me and my therapist have been trying to tackle, give myself some hacks. I didn't show you guys, hold on. If you struggle with focus, motivation, or you have ADHD, I think that lists really help me. Even to go a step further, I would suggest breaking up your list into different portions of the day. So like have a set of things, maybe 2, 3, 4 things you want to get done by the morning, you know, before the morning is over, and then before, you know, by the time it's 2 p.m., all the stuff you want to have done by the time it's 6, etc. So kind of breaking your days into early morning, afternoon, evening, night. That way, if you're not the most productive in the morning, then you know that you can kind of like scoot everything down into other portions of your day, and it doesn't seem like the whole day is ruined, so to speak. So what I do every day, I make a list of things that I want to do. This one's really long because I had a lot of cleaning to do today, but it doesn't really overwhelm me. It's actually really satisfying to tick things off as I go. Sometimes I will do handwritten lists, but because I keep my phone on me and sometimes I'm out running errands, it's much more convenient this way. This is just a notes app. I know, I think it's called Notably, or I'll correct myself here, but I have it on my iPad, and I showed me using it in my New Year's video, which I don't use it as much because I'm not really in school, so I don't have deadlines to like, keep track of, but you know, using this, using a planner, anything, lists or anything to keep you motivated really help. You know, not every day is the same. I'm not always super motivated. I have definitely had my times of just sitting in bed, scrolling on TikTok, like we all have those days, and I think that's okay. I'm very gentle with myself, even if I do get off track, because I know that unfortunately, having ADHD, it's really hard to stick to routines and habits. It's really hard to implement habits and stay consistent. I often will have like a cycle. So oftentimes I will go from being super consistent and then I'll fall off a little bit, due to stress or something that happens, and like get really down on myself, and then I'm depressed, and that's natural to feel when you're not motivated, because we tie a lot of our worth to how much we can do, how much we can accomplish. Like, we all know the hustle culture and all that shit. I don't really push myself to do something that I know, like, mentally or physically my body does not really want to do. Like, if I need rest, mental rest, I will take it, even if that means scrolling on TikTok. Like, everything in moderation. I don't think that letting myself for prolonged periods of just being on my phone, like, it's not good for me. So I really do limit my screen time, like 5 hours a day, honestly, but I just let myself do whatever I feel is right. Like I said, I try to do everything in moderation, but I also don't blame myself too hard if I kind of get off track. Lately, I've just been trying to stick to the things that I told myself I wanted to do, like keep promises to myself so that I can start to have more trust and confidence in myself and my abilities. I think that when you set a goal or you tell yourself you're gonna do something, even if it's small and you don't do it, it's like you're lying to yourself, like you're doing a disservice to yourself. Subconsciously, you're thinking like, I can't count on myself, and it's like, we should be our #1 priority above anything. Like, I really think more people need to be selfish in this life, and I don't feel bad for that. It doesn't mean that I don't prioritize other people, but I know that no matter what, like, I need to put myself first, whatever that looks like, by any means necessary. That's my little spiel. I overall have been doing very well. Sorry, my camera cut me off. Like, this is what I was just talking about. I don't know why I did that. I was only talking for like 10 minutes, so I might need to upgrade. This is a gift, so I feel really bad, but I can still use it for like photography or maybe shorter videos or maybe different angles of videos. But like for vlogs and stuff, I just don't think it has the capacity. I don't think it was really meant for that. But I did, like, when I researched this, it said it was a vlog camera, so I don't know, maybe it's just outdated. Anyways, like I was saying, overall I feel good. Like, I've had my slip-ups and I've had my moments where I'm really down, and I don't want to like shy away from that, and I don't want to make it seem like my life is picture perfect, because I feel like we have too much of that everywhere you turn. Like, all of these routines are very curated. It's nice to look at, but it's not realistic, and I think that that's what makes people like really get on themselves, because they're not seeing the reality of it. Even though I was able to be productive today, like, this is the first day I've been productive in maybe a week and a half. These past couple of days I did, bits and pieces of editing, but before that I literally was just sitting on my ass watching my show like all fucking day. And it was because I was burnt out after school ended and I had all of my finals. All of that stress like really burnt me out, and I had no energy to do anything. So I let myself rest, and I did get down on myself because I felt like, I was, I'm down for too long, like I need to get my shit together. But again, overall, I was very gentle with myself. Usually when I have moments where I'm down like this, if it's for a long time or I'm really having some introspective thinking, I'm really like looking within, that means I need to go back to the basics. I've started to journal. I just meditated for the first time yesterday in like probably a month, 2 months. Like, it's been so long. It felt great, and so I'm just trying to get back to that. And also spiritually, like with my rituals and taking care of my ancestral altar, like all these things that kind of are like the basics for me, like the pillars, they kind of keep me level. And I think that especially meditating helps a lot with my emotional dysregulation, which is a part of my autism, because I really do feel everything so intensely, and like emotions for me are not fleeting. Sometimes it can be, but for the most part, like anger or sadness are very intense for me. And so I like to honor that as best as I can. That's why I'll write it down so I can really like make space for that. I'm just doing the best that I can. I'm not an expert in any kind of way, but I think that a lot of us are struggling, and we're just trying to survive the best way that we can in this world. And it can help to know that other people are in the same spot that you are, or even have someone who's been there and is doing better than what they were. that can offer a helping hand to get you in a better place as well. Kind of like the whole point of my channel is like just to show you guys what I do on a daily basis or weekly basis. Kind of show you a little bit of me and what I go through, reality of my life personally, but also things like my knowledge. I don't want to brag, but I feel like I know a lot about a lot of things. A thing with autism is that we're supposed to have a special interest, and I think as far as like beauty related stuff, I kind of do, and obviously health, you know, being a CNA. But other than that, like I really do know a little bit about everything. I have more than enough knowledge to share, and I don't want to limit myself at all to one specific niche. I hope that you guys are willing to go with me and through this as I like try to figure out my couple niches. I don't want to have too many, but just where I kind of fit in the YouTube community. For the people that do watch, I really do appreciate it. One day it's gonna be a lot more, and I'm gonna have a lot more people to talk to, but for right now, I like how intimate it is. I like that it's kind of just me and I don't know how many views I get, I don't really check, maybe 100 people. Like, we're here, you know, and that's okay. Like, I'm okay with that. I've never been a person that cares about how many friends I have, how many followers I have. Like, I don't know, I just like to share my knowledge. I told you guys this before, I love to film, I love photography, I love it all. Even though editing right now is kind of a pain, it takes a long time, I still enjoy it. I enjoy doing the little funny effects, the captions. I love just like sitting down and editing. Like I took the time to record this, and now I'm gonna take the time to edit it and like share it with hundreds of people. I did want to talk for a little bit of this. Hopefully I can find some decent music to play over this. If it's trash, like please just bear with me. Like one day I'm gonna get to a point where I learn how to insert music that isn't like the generic shit, but the whole point is just to kind of motivate y'all to get up and clean. But yeah, that's it for right now.
Say something